The festive season is close and you're in search of a simple, budget-friendly, glamorous makeup look on mature skin, then I got your back with this drugstore makeup look on my pretty mom-in-law. Without further ado, let's begin. First of all, let's take a close look at my mother-in-law's skin. It is basically flawless for her age since she has no obvious wrinkles. However, the skin is starting to sag a little around the jawline. She has a normal skin type, which means it is neither oily or dry. But if you want to achieve a smooth makeup base, you have to take care for the skin. Hence, we start with prepping the skin first. First of all, we clean the skin with a micellar water by the brand Garnier Skin Active on a cotton pad. We apply a sheet mask by the brand UT called Beauty Boost. It contains hyaluronic acid as well as collagen, which are two important components against aging. Please note that you need to have a strict skincare routine despite the skin prepping before makeup application to be able to see positive results. Many people think applying a mask or a cream once will make their skin glow or that makeup will do the job of vanishing any blemishes, but that is just not the reality. Now, because this look is intended to be for an occasion, a sheet mask is always a good idea. We let the mask take effect for 15 minutes. Then we remove it and start to press the rest of the anti-aging serum that is left on the face into the skin. In the next step, we switch to the moisturizer by e.l.f. Cosmetics called Holy Hydration and apply it all over the face. Important here is to know that this moisturizer is lightweight, hence if you have too dry skin, then it is recommended to use a more rich textured cream instead. If you have enough time, make sure to massage the skin while applying the cream all over the face. Work your way with pressure outwards of the face. We massage in stroking motions, massaging under the jawline. We repeat the steps a few times, then move on to the next facial part, the cheeks. Here we massage again outwards with the back of the hands. Then we move on to the forehead, massaging upwards. Finally, we massage the temples in circular motions and are complete with our mini facial massage tutorial. Don't underestimate a good facial massage because it circulates the blood in your skin and works as an iron, smoothing any upcoming fine wrinkles. So make sure to integrate it into your daily skincare routine as well. Now we apply a skin perfecting and hydrating primer by the drugstore brand NYX called Angel Veil and massage it into the skin. We focus mainly on the center of the face. A primer will help your foundation to last longer on the skin as well as make it settle better onto the skin without it end up looking cakey, for example. In the next step, we take care of the under eye area. We use a pair of eye pad masks by the brand UT called Beauty Boost. These contain again hyaluronic acid as well as collagen and will give you a fresh, hydrated, plump-looking under eye skin. As we age, the under eye part gets thinner and more transparent, hence taking care of the under eye skin very early is crucial because it is the first part of the face which is affected by fine mimic lines as we age. This mask, however, will give us fast but non-permanent results as it is going to take effect on the under eye for another 15 minutes. Now, if you want a permanent result, then you should begin fast with your under eye care as well and don't wait for the mimic lines to get deeper and more obvious. At this part of the video, we had to stop recording because the battery died and we had to record another day, so excuse the small noticeable changes in the upcoming footages. As usual, we start with eye makeup first. The reason why is that we can clean eyeshadow fallouts and small mistakes easier without getting frustrated. So first of all, we apply an eye-based primer. I had to cheat on this one because in my opinion, there is no drugstore eye-based primer as good as the one from Urban Decay called Primer Potion in Original. By the way, I would be glad if you know a good eye-based primer from the drugstore. Please comment down below your favorite drugstore eye-based primer. We apply a thin layer on the mobile lid with the warmth of the fingers. This will help us to make our eye makeup last longer without our lid getting oily or the product squeezing into the eyelid fold. Now we apply a thin layer of my favorite Fit Me concealer by Maybelline in the shade 20. We spread the concealer all over the lid up until under the brows. Next, we dab the product into the skin using a small damp beauty blender. Stretch the skin upwards if you deal with true wrinkly eyelids to be able to get into the skin folds as well. Next, we set our concealer with a setting powder from the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. If you notice that the concealer has already settled into the eyelid folds, then blend again before applying setting powder. The palette I'm using is a multi-use palette, as you can highlight, set, and contour the face with it without switching to different products all the time, so I do highly recommend it. Finally, we arrive at the exciting part, applying color onto the eyes. Here we choose an eyeshadow palette by the brand Catrice called the Nude Mauve eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. You can choose any color or palette you want as long as you follow the application techniques. But guys, spoiler alert, this palette has amazing pigments that last on the lid. With a flat dense applicator brush by the brand E.l.f. Makeup, we apply our first highlighting shade, which is a light rosé metallic shade, and apply it starting from the inner corner up to the center of the lid. Again, you can stretch the skin upwards to be able to apply eyeshadow into the skin folds. Apply the eyeshadow evenly on both eyes. Now I choose the Micro Precise Eyebrow Pencil by Sense Cosmetics to apply my basic eyeliner. I know this is a brow pencil and it does its job great, but it works perfectly as a brown creamy kohl liner as well. You might ask why I did not use a regular black kohl liner. Well, brown does not look too intense in color, hence it will harmonize better with the mauve shades. Just line the upper lash line with the brow pencil and do not worry, it does not need to be straight, just even in thickness. Because we're going to smudge it with a smudger brush by E.l.f. Makeup. Just sweep the brush until the eyeliner looks smudged. You see, it is easy and looks great on mature eyes with extreme hanging skin. That is why I highly recommend people with extreme hooded eyes to go for a smudged or smoky basic eyeliner without the wing, because it is not only easy but so elegant and pretty to wear. Then we work on the eyeliner further by applying the rosewood pink shade from the palette and apply it on top of the liner with the same smudger brush. On top, we again go over the eyeliner with a dark mauve metallic shade to create beautiful transition of different mauve shades. Now we again apply the rosewood pink shade with a tapered blending brush on the outer part of the lid and also go on top of the eyeliner to blend in everything seamlessly into each other. We also focus on blending the crease fold on the outer part of the eye. In case you don't know what a tapered blending brush looks like, it is simply a fluffy blending brush that has more pointed bristles at the end so you can blend certain parts like the crease fold more precisely. In the last eyeshadow step, we refresh our highlighting light rose shade by applying it again on the lid with our finger. We also go over our eyeliner with a smudger brush and a little dark mauve metallic shade to complete the eyeshadow look. So moving on to the lashes, we have to add that my mother-in-law's lashes have been permed and are lifted and curled now. The problem is the curl is too intense and will not let me apply false lashes later on. Because she has very short and not full lashes, it is better to use a pair of false lashes on her. That is why we apply a small amount of mascara by Maybelline Sky High. We wiggle the lash wand on top of the lashes instead of under it to make them a little more waved instead of curled. However, in between between, we apply mascara like usual from the roots until the tips. I'm using Ardell lashes, natural, in the design 120 Demi Black. First, I apply the falsie without glue on to check the size. As you can observe, it is too long, hence we trim the outer part of the lashes with a scissor to match her lash line size. This is important, otherwise if the lash band is too long, it will start to peel off from the ends. We apply a thin layer of lash adhesive on the band and let it dry for 30 seconds. Afterwards, we apply it close to the lash line on top of the lashes with a tweezer. We slightly press the falsies against the skin to make them stick better onto the lid. Another way to make them stick better is to use a lash curler and press natural and false lashes together for 3 seconds and release. This is a great hack to prevent falsies from peeling off. Furthermore, we apply another coat of mascara onto the lashes to make them blend in better with the falsies and also make them look dark because they have a little concealer on, which make them look washed out in color. With a kohl liner by L'Oreal called Le Kohl by Superliner in Midnight Black, we line the inner corner part of the upper lash line to make the lash line thicker and blend in better with the lashes. Here is another hack for a non-creasing concealer application under the eyes. First, apply your eye cream. We use the Holy Hydration Eye Cream by E.l.f. Cosmetics and gently dab it into the skin using our ring finger. Then use the Urban Decay Eye Base Primer Potion onto the under eye area as a primer before concealer application. It really helps to smoothen out the skin better on that part and prevents creasing. Apply a thin layer and dab gently into the skin. Next, we use the NYX Color Correcting Concealer Palette because we want to neutralize the dark under eye circles. I choose the peachy shade of the palette and apply a thin layer onto the under eye skin. As you can observe, it neutralizes the darkness perfectly. Now dab it into the skin with a damp beauty blender. Finally, we move on to the face makeup. First of all, we apply our Perfect Match foundation in the shade 3W Golden Beige by L'Oreal Paris using a foundation brush by Real Techniques. We start in the center of the face and work our way outwards of the face using sweeping motions. I'm using 2 pumps of the foundation and it is totally enough for her skin. Please remember to rather work with the lightweight foundation, which is hydrating and luminous like this one when working on mature skin, because it is less probable for this type of foundation to get cakey and settle down into your wrinkles. Also, the amount you apply is important, so do not use a lot of layers. If you have obvious blemishes like hyperpigmentations, make sure to first color correct those parts locally using a color corrector and then go on top of the blemishes with a camouflage cream or a high coverage concealer like the Instant Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline. Less is always more, hence it is okay for the natural skin to shine through the makeup. It indeed looks much better than a thick layer of foundation looking like a mask. Dab the foundation with a beauty blender onto the skin. This helps to remove any brush strokes and will give you a more airbrushed foundation result. As you can see, the face looks flat and dull without any highlights and contours now. That is why we go ahead applying our concealer by Maybelline. A thin layer is totally enough to highlight the under eye area as well as the nose, center of forehead and the chin. Make sure to dab the product evenly onto the skin. We set the concealer right away with our setting powder, applying a thin layer under the eyes and the T-zone to smoothen out the skin further. Finally, we complete our eyes by working on the inner corner, applying a pop-up highlighter from the palette. Apply the shade around the tear duct to give the eyes a brightening effect. Now we apply a little of the rosewood pink shade on the outer part of the lower lash line with a small smudger brush. Then we switch to the contouring part by using our NYX Highlighting and Contouring Pro Palette. We use the light warm brown shade along the cheekbones with an angled bronzer brush. Sweep the brush outwards of the face and also go along the temples and the hairline on the forehead. This will warm up the face and give it its natural structure back. Contour under the jawline as well to give the face a more lifting effect and camouflage sagging skin. This shade works perfectly as a bronzer as well, hence we do not use any bronzer anymore. We also contour along the nose and the nose tip to give the nose a little warmth and shadow. As for the blush, I'm using the Cheek Heat Blush Cream by Maybelline in the shade Fuchsia Spark. I apply a little amount on the apples of the cheeks with my fingers and dab it onto the cheeks. And a little on top of the cheekbones as well as on top of the nose bridge. A beauty blender is also a great help to apply cream blushes more seamlessly. We again grab the micro brushed brow pencil by Essence and apply small hair-like strokes onto the parts where I see gaps. Guys, I absolutely love this brow pencil. For $2 you get a creamy brown pencil that does the job perfectly and can also be used as a cool liner. So definitely do not underestimate drugstore products. Once I applied my strokes, I combed the brows with a brow groomer in the hair growth direction to blend in the strokes and create a shadow. On to my next favorite drugstore product, which is the Brow Gel by Got2b. This brow gel is the best I have ever owned and it is so affordable and highly recommended. I set and fix the brow hairs with them by first applying the curved side of the wand with product onto the brows and then fix and style them with the flat side of the wand. This is how it is advertised on the package and it works. The brow hairs look more defined and laminated. So last but not least, we keep it simple and nude for the lips. Here we use the Powerful 5 Lip Care by Catrice Cosmetics in the shade Charming Rose. It has a nice volumizing glossy effect plus a nice warm rose tint. Just apply it on the lips like a regular lip balm. Now if you have thin lips without contours, then apply a lip liner to first contour your lips and then fill it in with a lipstick. We decided to apply a little powder highlighter from the NYX palette on top of the cheekbones and the nose bridge to further make this look luminous overall. Finally, we'll apply our setting spray by NYX called Dewy Finish to set the makeup and make it last the whole day. Do not skip this step, it will save your makeup from fading away. That's it basically for this tutorial. I will link down the products I have used down in the description box. We hope you have enjoyed and most of all learned and feel inspired to try out this look on yourself or even on others like your mom or mother-in-law. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to support us by leaving us a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts and requests for the next video. If you have not subscribed yet, then please do subscribe and hit the bell notification to not miss out on every week's video.